V6 for the EV, riding around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me, sip water like a fish, sip box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, this a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world of makeover. Time never stops, no, the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess, how can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline.
Y'all know what time it is, baby. Y'all already know what time it is. You got to turn up. It's another dub. Oh no, I take all ends. Let's get it. 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 Got another week. Over 500. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, you want me to run that back, girl? I'm gonna run it. Let's go. Let's say play the intro. We'll play the intro. Let's go. Let's go.
Switch that V6 for the EV, riding around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me, sip water like a fish, sip box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, this a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world of makeover. Time never stops, no, the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess, how can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it.
What's good, family? It's your boy Damon up in the building. We Talk Hawks TV, we Talk Hawks Daily. Got the homeboy with me, you know, my A1 Day One young analyst up in the building. Yo, good win. Much. I mean, I hate to say it like this, and I hope it don't sound like I'm desperate, but a must win, because when teams like that, we need to beat those. It shouldn't even be close. You know what I'm saying? We need to beat those type of teams, guys, especially if you think we're going to try to move up any seed. Shout out. Let's go ahead. Let me go and give credit where credit is due. Let me pull up the let's look at these stats real quick, man. Let's look at these stats today, man, because hey, very efficient, guys. We was very efficient tonight. Let's go. Look at that. Trae Young, 9 for 19, 47%. That's, for me, from Trae Young, that's excellent shooting. When we talking Trae Young, 47% from the field, for me, excellent. 2 for 5 from 3, 40%. These the type of numbers. There's 47%, there's 40% right here. If you go back and look at his stats from last year, you want to know who's number 2 offense in the league? This right here. This is what he was shooting last year. He was 48% from the field and 38% from 3. Now look at this. 19 shots. Got to the line. Efficient from 3. And gave me 17 times. 24 and 17. 40%, 48%. That's what we need when I'm talking about Trae Young. That's what I want from him. That's what I expect from him. And when he does that, the dude is pretty much unstoppable. When he in that elite playmaker in that playmaker mode, that's how it is. Let me drop the link for the homeboys. Nah, Corey, no, you ain't coming up here, Corey, because we ain't talking no Cowboys mess, dog. Now back to what I was saying. We got a good night, Dre Hunter. And he must have heard the fans talking about him the other day. 8 for 13 from the field. He was attacking the basket. He was active. 2 for 5 from 3. Look at that, 62%, 40%. Look at that, 24 points. He was a plus 21. John Collins, plus 26. 6 for 14. That's kind of a down night for John, but he still gave me 17 points tonight. Clint Capella, 14 and 12. That's what we need from these guys, man. That's what we need. And if we could continue to play. Now, granted, I know it's the lowly San Antonio Spurs. I know that. Okay. I'm not drinking no Kool-Aid or nothing. I ain't getting no high horse or nothing. But I'm saying that's the type of production we need from these guys. Okay. If we want to go ahead and make a move, make a run. Hunter, that shit he did today. That's why you pay him $100 million. That's why you pay him $100 million. The problem is he don't do the shit consistently. He don't do it consistently. And he did exactly what I've been wanting him to do for the past 2 years. Attack the basket, be active. And look at that. Look at that. Guess what happens when he does that? He gets to the free throw line. Like I've been saying, he should be getting to the line 5 times a night. From attacking the basket, trying to finish at the rim. Instead of always settling for that mid-range and sometimes bailing out the defense, the player that's guarding him, when he should easily be taking the dude to the hole. John Collins, he gave me some John Collins numbers, man. 17 points. You know, not very efficient for John Collins standards. But I mean, if you take away them threes, then he's right there. Clint he gave us a Clint night, 14 points, 12 boards, split it in half on the offensive and defensive rebounding. Trae Young, magnificent night from the young floor general, magnificent. That's what we need from Trae. DeJounte, 8 for 18, 44%, 18 points tonight, 6. Okay, 6 and 7. Bogey shot good tonight. Luckily, we didn't really need him to play too much defense. Jalen Johnson, 2 for 4. Onyeka, 3 for 6. AJ, and he been shooting kind of cold lately, 1 for 7. But I've seen a lot of his shots. They're good shots. They just be like a lot of his stuff hitting the rim or just zoop, rimming on out. So he be on target. It ain't like he missing by much. And, you know, Bruno Fernando and Garrison Matthews, Sadiq Bey did not play due to they're not even technically on our team yet. So what's your thoughts on the game tonight, analyst?
It's good to see you. I won't be on for long. I'm incredibly tired. Incredibly long night. But listen, I thought it was a win that we would have not have gotten last season. I think we'd have dropped this game last year. We almost did in the first half. I thought first half was super sloppy, but I thought second half we really came out with a lot more intensity. Mm-hmm. Just a lot more sense of urgency, and we came out popping that ball, and we defended a lot better. So listen, I thought with Trae leading with his efficiency, I thought it was contagious. DeAndre Hunter, I thought started the party, and then Trae he piggybacked on and win and had himself an efficient night. I thought Jalen Johnson, to me, like, I love the way he played. Just like the steals, the contests, like the little small things that he was doing, the passes. So I was super pleased. with Jalen Johnson. And I thought Onyeka played solid minutes. I thought some of those boards he let get away, but I thought he played solid minutes. And then DeJounte, I mean, listen, I mean, he wasn't very good, but I mean, like I said, if we win, it's to me, it's less about that, but he's got to get that fixed. You play against your former team, you got like you're a Spur legend. Just play the game. Just play the game. So that's really much all what I got to say. Like I said, I'm not gonna be on here all night, but yeah, I just decided, I said, hey, I'm gonna come on here and join basically tape for the game, but yeah.
Yeah, you sound tired, man. Go lay it down there, young boy, young buddy. Tired.
Yeah.
Jordan, what you thought about the game today? Hold up.
What's good, boys?
What you about to say?
Oh no, I was just saying it was good to see all y'all.
Yeah. Analyst, congratulations, my guy.
You thank you. 8 hours.
Congratulations to you and your family. I called him at like the worst possible time last night. Boys in the hospital. I'm like, oh shit! All right, I'll leave you.
You echo.
So
turn your speaker back. Yeah, turn your speaker back.
Sorry about that, boys.
Just a tad bit.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, sorry, but it may have just been in a weird spot. So yeah, anyways, quickly on the game, and give the boys the credit where it's deserved. They finished the game really strong, and what analysts were saying about, Trae Young starting the game, and if he's efficient, the rest follows. It's a true statement because everyone knows that this team is Trae Young, That's the bottom line. If Trae Young's playing well and he's playing efficient and he's playing to the peak of Trae Young, which is the playmaking, which is the scoring and the efficiency, we need all of those things. And he was doing that tonight, and it was definitely reminiscent on the rest of the team. So that's great. For me, my only downside for this thing is, like, if we want the Hawks to do something significant this year, we need to see these games being played from tip off to ending buzzer, and just that the way that the game started for me, I was really discouraged with that, because this is a team, you're at home. This is where you could, get going early, put this team in a spot where they're not going to get back into the game, and especially at home with your home fans, and against a team like the Spurs, you would hope to do a little better there, but they're well coached, so you can't pick on them too much there. So anyways, encouraging effort from the boys there.
What's your thoughts on the game, Juan?
What's up, gentlemen? Good evening. Y'all know it's daytime over here, Sunday over here, but I ain't gonna get too high, not too low in the game. I expected us to go ran shot on the Spurs tonight, man. All the starters was a plus minus in the team, so that's good. That means they had a good run. They was doing what they were supposed to do. But like Jordan said, man, you want to see more of these games consistently, man. Like I didn't like the first half, man. We were playing lethargic. Sockering, who I vouched for, who I actually wanted on his team because of his play style and the way he can't shoot for shit. But he's very athletic. He can handle the ball, kind of like Jalen Johnson-esque, but he's like a little bit more developed than Jalen Johnson right now. And he can go out and get you a bucket in many different ways. And I'll speak to Jalen here in a minute. I thought Nate left the starters in too long towards the end of the game. I don't know why we staying in to like 2 minutes left, man, up 20. That's a chance for your starters to get injured. So, that's like, if I'm going to nitpick, you nitpick there. That's a chance for your stars to get injured on some stupidity. Because them G leaguers or those third string dudes, they going out there, they just trying to earn minutes. They trying to showcase, they trying to get some buckets, trying to get some key stops, just so they can tell Pop, hey, I'm working my way towards getting more valuable, important minutes. So I didn't like that standpoint. I know Mike ain't on here right now, but he'll probably join later. But he's always been a fan that Trae can do this every night. Trae can get you 15 assists a night. He can easily lead the league in assists, man. When he's not looking for his shot, because he can get his shot whenever he wants to because of his speed downhill and his ability to handle the ball and his ability to draw fouls. So he can get his points whenever. But the 17 assists, I think over the last 4 to 5 games, Trae had somewhere in the 13 to 15 average of assists per game. So he can continue to do that. And get his 20 points, and you can be a offensive powerhouse that way. I thought JC came alive in the third quarter. We really need him when we went on like a 19-5 run, so that was good. Jalen, like I said, he looked good, pushing the ball down the court, made a nice dime to DeJounte for a right hand layup that I really like about his game, man, because another person that can speed up the game and get those easy, fast break points. But I mean, we talk about it nightly, we talk about it every day. You know what I mean? It's just the way Nate used them. So what? We 29-28 finna go into Charlotte. Again, a team I hate playing because we always play down to them.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah, I pass on to RJ. Good win. Like I said, not get too high, not get too low. It's a team supposed to be.
Hey man, what's
good, RJ? What's popping?
Man, what's good, man? I've been trying to catch y'all, man. I'm working all the time, so I'm always missing the lives. I always have to watch it later. But Juan, I agree with you, man. Can't get too high, can't get too low. It was a good win. We started off lethargic, which I kind of expected because I think they were going into this game thinking like, hey, man, this team ain't got nothing. We should be able to run ram shot on this team. And them young boys came out there and they proved it otherwise, man. They said, no, y'all not just going to run over us. So, you know, I kind of expected that. But one thing I will say, we got to get a backup point guard, man.
Yes.
That is crucial for us right now. And I'm telling you, I want to bring this up because we don't really talk about it. I noticed we don't talk about it a lot. The Vic, I believe his name is pronounced Vic Querchi. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah. No, you're talking about,
Dude is a point guard that is 6'8". Aaron Holiday has shown that he can't do it. Why not give that kid a shot, man?
Why not get Jalen Johnson a shot? I mean, he remind me of a young Pippen, to be honest.
And I agree with you, man. I really do, man. I don't know. And like I said, man, I don't like to put all of it on Nate, but man, it's just something about when you were just stuck in a certain mentality of thinking you can't get out of it. But I want to just stick to the win, man. It was a good win. The starters showed up, man. I wish Mike was on here because he always talk about how Trey with these assists, man. There is no reason why this dude shouldn't have. I would honestly say Trey could have about anywhere between 16 to 18 assists tonight. Dude is just this was Trey Young's game, man. He killed it tonight. Shout out to Hunter, but you know, when the guys made the shots, man, I don't know if y'all noticed, man. Trey was finding these dudes wide open, man, tonight, man. They were like literally wide open. I think it was some shots that were maybe contested, but man, most of them shots were wide open, and that's what we need, man. We gotta knock down open shots. If we can continue to do that, man, the team will go as far as that is, as far as the playoffs is concerned, man. Just knock down open shots. That's it. That's all we need. Knock down your open shots. Go ahead, John.
What's up, John? Wingstop.
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on?
What's up, John?
Now, who is that? RJ.
Yep.
What did RJ just say? What did he just say?
Make your shots. We know.
You got to score the ball to win. We know that, John.
Oh, yeah. You know that now, Demond. Has it been demonstrated enough over the past few games?
But guess what else we did though tonight, John?
What? Something ancillary?
Stop the other team from scoring too.
Oh no! Them jokers couldn't hit the water with a boat.
Okay.
Them jokers couldn't hit the water with a boat tonight, man.
So we didn't play no defense.
Oh yeah, we played defense. We did play defense. But as I always tell you, it's a two-part formula. Play defense on this end and make them pay on that other end. Okay, and the wide open shots, as RJ said, we were hitting them. And I mean, DeJounte Murray, y'all can stop getting at him about bad three-point shooting. I'm still going to tell John Collins he needs a little bit more work, even though he hit some nice ones tonight. He still needs a little bit more work. And I good win. Now you got Charlotte coming up. Now, man,
hey,
Mason Plumlee.
Hey, we lost to the last time. We lost to the last time without LaMelo and without Rozier. So
see,
anything possible when we play Charlotte.
Yeah, Yeah. And see that's when I guess I'm gonna have to go back to the liquor store, cause see, man, I know I'm gonna be drinking heavy during and after that game because these jokers he'll give you an ulcer. They will give you a doggone stomach ulcer. But you know, I know we're gonna talk about it later on in the game, but I saw Bruno on the sideline. Bruno and the other dude we acquired,
Garrison Matthews,
Hey.
Sadiq Bey.
Yeah.
and Bay. I saw them sitting on the sideline. Now I don't know. Hey man, I don't know how this thing's gonna turn out, but I'm interested to see what type of rotation Nate makes at the center spot when Capella comes out, because
He's just gonna put
Bruno,
double O in there. He's just gonna search double O. He's just gonna keep using double O.
Mm-hmm.
and see, I don't understand that when you got a man 6'10",
We had a
about the
7-footer.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
We had two of them.
It was the same thing with Frank the Tank.
Derek Favors-
At
Derek
the
Favors
very
got paid to
least,
sit on the bench.
very least, Frank the Tank is 6 fouls. Okay, at the very least, he's 6 fouls and can put a hurting on the opposing center. But no, he didn't put him in. And see, Juan, to your point, that's what I think he's gonna continue to do. But I'll wait and see. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Well, I don't believe. Shit, if I'm Golden State, I'm not keeping that motherfucker. I'm sorry.
I was just about to say they're not going to do it. This is a lingering issue. He had a similar issue this summer. He had surgery or something, and it was supposed to fix the issue. And he just recently got back to Portland, and they were playing him. And then he gets this physical done, and it's another 3 months minimum. They ain't keeping him, not for 5 seconds that they gave up.
Bro,
no way.
I agree and I disagree. I agree they're going to keep him from the standpoint he helped them win a championship last year. They just didn't want to pay him money, you know what I mean? Because they probably would have overpaid him. So they traded him, let another team pay him, brought him back now. So now they got 2 years of control of, of retainability of him, which he's a very good perimeter threat. I looked at a 10-minute highlight reel of him last night. And man,
great defender.
Lines. He's a little big man. He plays big at 6'3". He'll dunk on you. He can lay it up. He can hit the three. He can guard. He's a perfect, diverse role player that the Warriors like. So I don't think, though, if there is some pressing, medical issue that says he's not going to get better, they would keep him. But I think from a cohesion, they know him, they love him. That's where he want to be. I think they do keep him. That's just my opinion because of what he did for them last year. They know who he is. They didn't want to pay. They didn't want to give him that big contract, so let somebody else give it to him. And now it's something that they would be able to go into that lingering tax bracket because they have they're paying out $150 million, I think, in luxury tax.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna keep him. I mean, I wouldn't, to be honest, bro. First of all, what is GP2? What was he thinking? Why he letting them dudes shoot him up? Just man, he crazy.
They said it was false. They just came out with a report. They said it was false, but I don't know, man. Everybody gonna cover their tracks. We don't know what's true.
And here's the thing, too, man. You can't sit back and say that Golden State didn't know or what wasn't being done and what was not being done. That organization, man, they are too on it to not know what's going on with these players that they're bringing in and trying to trade for. So if they were doing it, I'm pretty sure Golden State knew about it and more than likely probably didn't care. Because
okay. Now you saying that? Now you saying that?
Hell no. Why would they trade for him, RJ, if they know he fucked up?
It could be something Portland. It could be something Portland kind of initiated, right? They could have maybe loosely said it, but at the end of the day, guys, the NBA is a business, right? If somebody's offering you 5 second-round picks for a rotational player of his caliber, okay, a team's going to heavily look at that and want to move that player for that capital, especially if Portland's. Let's be real, Portland's on the decline this year. They have not been playing well as of late, and this is a team that wants to try to obtain as much capital as possible to either make future moves for the present team or to start building towards the future eventually, even though they got Damian Lillard, right? Like this is a team that wants that capital. So if you're getting 5 second-round picks, you don't want anything to hold you back on that trade, right? So they played their.
Now, George, let me say something, George.
It don't even matter if we got to send them boys back. It don't matter.
Hold up.
But they not gonna play him anyway, man.
I feel like he plays Sadiq Bey,
from
but
a Hawk standpoint. But what my problem with the premise, you had to pass a physical.
I'm with you.
Had to pass a physical.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this man didn't pass the physical, so
how did the trade go through?
Either somebody was misled or somebody didn't thump that watermelon before they picked it up out of the dog.
They saying Portland, Golden State saying Portland basically lied to him.
That's gonna be a big fine.
But you know what's the funniest shit? Everybody know the player gotta take a physical when you trade him. Portland wasn't thinking about that. Like, hey, we just gonna trade him and they ain't gonna check him or something. But let me tell you something, man.
But I tell you this though,
we gotta send back Sadiq Bey and them other two dudes. I mean, that let me know this season's done.
Hey, if we have to send them back,
I'm with you. Sadiq's a huge pickup.
That has to be a fine on Portland, I would imagine, because you think about it, because even though we weren't really playing Holiday, I was glad to see him go. I don't care how we got rid of him, I was glad to see him go. But it has to be some fines or something going on with that, because you done screwed up a whole trade. You got guys over here, guys over there. You done screwed up a whole NBA trade. That's got to be some fines, some loss of draft picks.
Hey, that shit, man. You know what? That shit made me want to. I want to go look at our staff. All them times Hunter was supposed to be cleared to play, and then he'd come back and then be hurt the next day. I
don't even know if the Hawks front office is stupid enough to do that. But I'll go forth with this. I want to make this clear, right? Because this is something that they were saying about it the other day. I was watching the Woj talk about this, and he knows what he's talking about. I mean, they literally played Gary Trent not Gary Trent. They played Gary Payton the other day, guys. Like, this is something that he was just being played in Portland. It's not only was he, traded, would be on the shit. He was being played. And obviously this wasn't an injury that was just sparked out of nowhere. Like, this is something he had, and they didn't do their due diligence prior to the game to do a physical on him either. Like, this could be a bigger thing. Because ultimately, it could have stressed the injury even more, playing him out there. So
cocaine, a hell of a drug.
Cocaine, a hell of a drug.
You say, Juan? What's that?
I said,
cocaine, a hell of a drug.
Man, Portland has a history of badly evaluating some of the better names in their organization. Greg Oden, Braden Roy, and now Gary Payton, the second, man. Like, They got a bad history as far as treating and maintaining some of their better players, man. Even Damian Lillard over the last couple of years, you've been watching. If you pay attention to just
Nurkic
too, man.
Yeah.
Zach Collins that played with Spurs tonight. At one point 2 years ago, I wanted to host a pick of Zach Collins, big body, 7 foot, can bang in the paint. But they have a history of not taking care of their guys, man. And mostly been big men, like you said, Nurkic, Zach Collins, Greg Oden. Brandon Ward was a perimeter player, and then you got GP. So they're not the best when it comes to treating, evaluating their player personnel, man. So it's skeptical. But here's the thing that you don't usually see a lot. You don't see in the NBA a lot of multi-team trade deals because of issues like this that could come about. Because all it takes is one player or one team to mess up, and it overrides the entire trade. So you're more likely to see one team trade, man. So everybody's not affected. I'm not saying it hasn't been done in the past, because it has, but the majority of your trades are one team that you're dealing with.
And that's why I say it's got some.
Let me hear what Marquise and Matt got to say about the game tonight. What's your thoughts on the gameplay, boys?
Matt, you want to go first or should I?
I'll go.
Okay, we know Nate sucks. What else?
Murray, I thought he was going to prom tonight as much as he was grinning and smiling over there at the Spurs bench. I'm like, dude, calm it down. We know you play for the Spurs, but my goodness,
that's what
have some control about yourself. My goodness. He over there grinning and smiling like you taking him out to dinner after the game.
That's what analysts said.
That's what's going on. Analysts are cut from the same cloth, because he said the exact same thing you're saying right now.
Oh, okay.
He said
Okay.
he wasn't a
Marciano
Spurs
still
They were
legend.
probably on a cell phone call during the game.
Good minds think alike. Okay, but
Yeah. Move on.
I mean,
Marciano's open.
but I mean, other than that, I mean, I thought Trey played a really good game as far as being a conductor out there of the offense.
Played a very good game.
And I thought he gave some effort defensively. He got a couple steals, dived on the floor once or twice. That's pretty good effort there. And then I thought Hunter played well. I thought Hunter was gonna have 30, but
Me too.
Kind of stopped, being effective in the third quarter. But other than that, I mean, I think I don't know in the first half if they were like we're going to try to show out for Murray, against San Antonio. So they just everybody out there. It was really really sloppy. I mean,
Yep.
they haven't had so many turnovers in one half in a while. I mean, it was really really sloppy. But I mean, we beat a team we should beat. So I'm not going to be jumping up and down. Let's see if we can build on this and continue, get 3 in a row against a team we should beat in Charlotte. But we said that the last 2 times we played them. So
Yeah, they got a lot worse at the deadline. Charlotte got a lot worse at the deadline.
This is the least talented version that we'll play, but then again,
Yeah.
LaMelo is back, and I don't think
It
he
don't
played
matter.
the other 2 games.
It don't matter how bad they are, man. We always lose to them. I don't know why.
Hey, I think they
Forward
still
and
got Nick
Down to our
Yeah.
competition.
Forward.
I think they still got
4-6.
Nick Richards, so
I can
Bro,
see. I
play
can
down to our competition.
I
Last
can.
3 years. Last
Hey, I
3
can-
years, 4-6 against them since they
Hey,
drafted
and
Melo.
then
Hey,
and
I
then the
can
last
mention.
point about the trade, the Warriors trade. I think they'll approve it, Damon,
That's what I'm
because
thinking.
it's not so much about Gary. I mean, I guess Gary Payton is cool, but it's more so about Wiseman. They don't want to pay that $132 million repeater tax bill.
That is a
Don't
part
even
of
play
it.
him. Don't
He
even
just-
play him
he-
as well.
But they don't have to.
Yeah.
Though. They could just they just gotta let them go.
The
they
second
can't,
overall pick, let him go. You can't just let him
look who
go.
they traded him for. They traded for Sadiq Bey. It ain't like they got some big ass haul in return.
Hey,
No,
Demond.
but
But they ain't gonna
they
keep
can't
a
cut
dude
him.
that they don't want. That's the thing.
They can't cut him
Damon.
because they'll be dead cap.
Yeah, they're
Demond.
way over the cap, obviously. So they ain't gonna keep
What?
him.
Hey, Demond.
What's
You
up?
got enough for everybody?
Oh, I didn't get to say my thoughts.
I got the munchies,
just-
man.
But my thoughts on the game.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I'm gonna wait till Mac.
Go ahead, Marquis.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Marquis.
Go ahead, Marquis.
boss.
All right. Well, the game is basically what y'all said in the first half and the second half. First half, it was too uncomfortably close. I mean, I know it's against the Spurs. They well coached, but dang, man, that team's got 14 wins right now. Still, you can't be doing that against this 14-win Spurs team. Up 1 at the half. Come out the second half, they put their foot down. I was glad they actually put their foot down and actually pulled away from this team. I was glad from the performance, basically from everybody. It was overall a really good, well-balanced performance from basically everybody that played very well minutes. And for one of y'all said about that Vic Crazy should have got some playing time. I agree with that. You need to see what this dude can do, man. I mean, but again, we should all know about Nate, man. You know he's gonna trust them veterans more than them young players. He's better gonna put them young players in to begin with. So I'm not surprised, but yeah, it's that. And also with the 14 trade, I agree with Matt. They're gonna approve this deal. I mean, seriously, you're not. First of all, you're not keeping the dude that you picked second overall. That's not even in your rotation anymore. You're not keeping that dude. Since y'all obviously wanted to trade him to Detroit, and then getting Gary Payton the second or the third, who you couldn't keep last offseason due to the fact you're way over the cap. So when he went to Portland, he signed a multi-year deal. So I'm thinking you accept the deal. If he doesn't play this year, so be it. But you have him for at least another 2 years because of that contract.
Yep.
It's a multi-year deal contract.
Yep.
Because he signed with Portland. Yeah. So that's what Golden State couldn't do.
And he'll be back for the playoffs too. So worst case scenario.
Exactly.
he'll be back for the
Exactly.
playoffs.
Earliest would be like what? Late April, early May. And yeah, what y'all said about Portland's medical stuff, I can't disagree with that. I don't know about that. I don't know about it this year because I mean, again, Gary Payton was playing for the team recently. I mean, like seriously, his first game, his debut was January 23rd. It was this year. He didn't play like the first massive amount of games. So he only played 15 games for the team. He did pretty well. So I'm like, this injury now starts to pop. I was like, really? So I was like, maybe, yeah, in years past, Portland's, medical staff, had their issues with some of the few stars in the past that had major injury concerns year after year. It's led them to early retirement. But I don't know about this year. I don't know about it this time. They were really cautious.
Nurkic has been really in and out of the lineup.
Yeah,
Nurkic
had a
has been
calf.
out this season, yeah.
Dame too, Jordan.
I'm gonna tell you
Dame
like this,
early
bro.
in the season,
Dame
yes.
too.
Hey, I'm
Dame
gonna tell
too,
you
yeah.
like this. That stuff that just happened with GP2, Kawhi Leonard just been vindicated. He's got to get the Spurs.
Yeah.
Hey,
And,
I got something.
Go ahead, Juan.
So there's been ongoing traction about this buyout market. It's one of the better buyout markets over the last couple of years for the Coca-Cola of high talented veterans. All right. Here's my take, man. This is my take on it. All right. These dudes are going to championship seekers, or teams that's going to have a better chance to get them to the playoffs. To the championship. I do agree. And everybody's trying to make their way to Phoenix. You know what I mean? Pretty much as Kevin Durant made them a powerhouse. That's number one.
But yeah.
Number two, man, there's some really good buyout options out there. I particularly like Russell Westbrook for a small role here because his ability to push the ball and his ability to pass. He's going to average a triple-double, but, Russell Westbrook also has baggage with him as well. He's toxic.
Yeah, pass.
Hold on. Bad shooter, bad shot creator. I know this. I watch all the LA Lakers games, man, and Portland games, man. There's that. You know what I mean? Would it be a great addition? Yes, because he still gets you triple double. He's still gonna push those guys. He's a veteran president, a former MVP, but he brings a bag of that comes with him. Why? This is my question, y'all. Why would anybody want to sign with the Hawks right now when they can go somewhere else with a better chance of probably getting to the Eastern Conference, Western Conference Finals, and championship? That's what I propose to the group.
There's no good answer for you.
There's no good answer.
Let me tell you something. They don't have to worry about coming here because we ain't going to get them. Tony, rest
exactly.
I know that's what
exactly. The only reason we made these deals is just to save some money, bro.
That's exactly what you did.
That's the only, and I said it. I posted it on Twitter. I said it in New Pat City. The only move we gonna make is to save money.
And if this trade
don't go through, they gonna send Garrison dude and what's the African dude name again?
Bruno.
And Bruno. They're gonna send his back to Houston. They're gonna try to avoid the whole thing. The only reason they did that was to save money, bro. We ain't trying to make, bro.
We're not trying to win.
They did not make no moves to make us a winner. That's why I gave them a grade.
The Bay deal, I think that was a winning move because it technically put us over the cap, and then that Houston deal brought us back under. So
yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So at the end, plus Bay got 1 year left on his contract, so I think they do want to keep him.
I thought he was on a contract extension.
Bay is on a year.
He
got 1 more year left.
He got the end of this year and all of next year. I do think they want to keep him. I think they want to keep him,
bro.
That's an insurance policy with Hunter.
They did not make no winning moves, bro.
Yeah, Mom, we didn't move the needle. We did not move the needle at all.
Y'all keep talking about this deep Bay, man. The dude defensive rating is 119, bro.
I told that. Yeah, I said.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not worried about that, DeMond.
I know it's right.
You don't worry about defense.
I know y'all don't care about defense, man. And John, I know y'all don't care, but come on, man.
Wow, hold on.
As a team,
go ahead, Matt. I get him.
Which side of the floor have we struggled with the most this season, DeMond? Offense or defense? Statistically. No, offense. Our
statistically.
Man,
still struggle defensively too.
We're dropping in defense, bro.
Yeah, I know. I know we dropping in defense. We're still 20 of something in offense. Still.
Bro, we was bad on offense because Trae Young. That's why.
He's not the sole reason why we was 25th.
Yes, he is, bro. He's shooting career, bro. The reason we was number 2,
Devon, he's the sole reason we dropped 23 spots.
Bro, he was shooting 48% from the field last year, 38% from 3. What he's shooting half that right now, and he take the most shots. He single-handedly kills the offense, bro.
But what Devon's basically saying, Devon was basically saying is shot selection. This reason why we struggle.
Look at the game tonight. Everybody loved the way he played tonight. Go look at his numbers. He shot 48% from the field and 40% from 3. That's what I need from him. And that would take our offense back up because we a Trae Young offense, man. When he play bad, the rest of the team pretty much sucks. To be honest.
Okay. All right. Tag Abdullah the Butcher in now for this wrestling match.
Come on, Winston.
All right.
What you want?
Now let me tell you something. Your shooting percentages can go up, but the amount of points you score can drop at the same time. See, you all looking at the percentages. Y'all looking at the percentages. And to your point, Damon, like I told you weeks ago, Trae Young is in a transition period for this team. Think of it as a meter. Trae Young is the meter. On this side, you got hero ball, and on that side, you got facilitator. What we're trying to do is get out of that hero ball red zone and into the facilitator red zone because he has help. Okay? Now, true, Trae Young looked like hot garbage shooting 3-pointers from the beginning of the season up until now. All right, he looked like hot garbage. Okay, he stopped trying to do that and started facilitating. I told you it was going to take at least a year for him to go into that mode and start trusting other people to take shots. Look at what happened tonight. Wide open shots, you hit them. What was my main complaint about last year? Bogey Bogdanovich and Kevin Huerter, the doggone iron salesman, because all they deal in is clink, clink, clunk. All right, wide open. You pass the ball to them, missing wide open doggone shots. All right, 12 points a game, 12-point a game average, 15-point a game average. Okay, now you're taking more efficient shots. We are making shots. Okay, the shooting percentage may not go up because, as you noted, Damon, Trae Young is a volume shooter. Me and you agreed about that early this year. He's a volume shooter. All right, just like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan might take 80 doggone shots and score 50 points, and everybody said, "Woo, that was a good game by Jordan there because he scored 50." And
say that again. What you said about Michael Jordan?
About Jordan, he was a volume shooter. He wasn't efficient shooting.
What?
No, Michael Jordan was not efficient shooting. No, he wasn't.
What?
Michael Jordan used to jack up 100 doggone shots and hit 50 points. Well, Michael Jordan, he had a 50-point night tonight.
Sound like a Jordan hater right now.
No, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not even going to debate with you.
I'm not even going to debate with you about. I'm not even going to say what I want to say about Mike. Okay, but that blasphemy.
Rest in peace. You must be talking. Kobe is a better example.
Yeah.
Hey, Kobe too. A lot of them are volume shooters. Okay,
Michael Jordan is the GOAT. What you talking about?
No, Bill Russell is the GOAT.
No,
don't disrespect ring number 8 because see, ring number 8, 9, 10, and 11 are sitting over there being disrespected by somebody with only 6 of them. Don't even start. But like I say, you are in a period of transition right now. Hey, Damon, keep chewing on whatever that is you eating. Keep chewing on that.
I'm be disrespecting.
Nobody want to see no red tongue from no doggone red cereal.
What?
You've been drinking tonight. You've been on that white tonight. You on that brown. What you want?
Oh, I mixed them. I made a B-52
hey,
tonight.
Hey,
I had a B-52 tonight.
When people always ask me what I be eating, man, see, this is what I be eating. I just eat junk food, man. I tell people I eat
Me
junk
too.
Food.
Good grief, man.
Let me tap in for a second here. My thing is this, right? The question I had a moment ago was, what's a bigger issue with this team? It came up. What's the biggest issue, whether it's offense or defense, guys? any one of our players up and down the roster has some sort of offensive, like, some sort of offensive output, and you can turn to him on any given night. It's not, other than Trae Young, it's anybody's turn to step up. We know this, especially in that starting five, right? But ultimately, let me just run through these, right? Apart from DeJounte Murray, okay, Dre Hunter on occasion, and Big O on occasion, who on that team defensively are you confident in? Is it Bogey? Is it John Collins?
Oh, hell, Bogey? Oh, hell.
Yeah, is it Trae Young? Do you trust him defensively? I don't. Okay, let's turn to the bench. AJ Griffin, do you trust him enough defensively at this point? Probably not. Jalen Johnson's getting closer. I can give you that. He's a better rebounder and he tries every possession. I give you that. But in terms of, if we're going to talk about what's the bigger issue on this team, guys, this isn't even fucking debatable, okay? This team, every one of those players has some sort of offensive output or ability, okay? They could be inefficient at times, but they can do it, right? Defensively, I ain't trusting any one of those boys that I mentioned after I mentioned DeJounte, Dre Hunter, okay, and Onyeka on occasion.
But let me ask you this.
Jordan, listen to me. Save your breath.
But see, no. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Don't care, man. No matter how you say it, no matter how you put it, Wingstop and Matt they will come back at you and just debate you about it all day till you just be like,
no, I get that, but what I just said though is completely accurate, Matt. You can't distort what I said.
But Jordan, let me ask this question.
Talk to me, brother.
And this is for the panel. Who in the NBA can stop another player one-on-one without fouling?
Without fouling.
Come on, John.
There's a bunch of players, bro.
Give me some names.
A couple now.
Okay, Giannis.
Somebody every single time, John. We know that. Come on, man.
Oh, well, this is what you all. Wait a minute now. All right.
Okay, Giannis.
How about 5 out of 10 times?
Okay, Giannis, Rudy Kobe.
Great offense will always be great defense. We know that. Great offense will always be.
Herb Jones is a good one. Herb Jones, Rudy Kobe, Anunoby, Mikal Bridges.
Y'all wasting y'all time, man. Y'all wasting y'all time.
Listen, man.
We can go forever.
Listen,
I think
Jordan and DeMont, I care about defense. I do. Despite what
y'all
A little bit.
If you could pick a starting five in a fantasy draft, bro, your starting five would be Trae, Duncan Robertson, Sadiq Bey. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
I don't know about Duncan Robinson, but look, defense is cool. But what I'm saying is the way that the roster is constructed, it's easier and it's less complicated to just get stops, timely stops or gap stops, and score. It's an offensive-led team. It's an offensive-built team. It's easier to just lean into the offense side of the ball as opposed to trying to reconstruct.
Let me say this.
Hey, Matt, you know who else tried that about 3 years ago?
Who?
The freaking Falcons.
Yep.
What?
Listen,
wait a minute.
Well, Matt Ryan. Well, if Matt Ryan to me has always been a B+ quarterback. If they had an A+ quarterback or an A quarterback, it would have worked.
Hey, Matt Ryan.
Matt, tell me what was the score in the Super Bowl?
Let me tell y'all something.
And plus, it's different. It's different sports.
Matt Ryan had an opportunity to win the Super Bowl he had just fell down behind center.
Oh,
man, hit the field goal.
Hold on. No.
All he had to do.
Don't even go there. No, hold on.
All he had to do
You can't even blame him.
All Matt Ryan had to do was not take a sack.
All that didn't need to happen.
Look. Okay. The last pass thrown in that game to Julio on the 22-yard line, that should have been the last pass of the game. That should have
Hey,
been the last
whoa,
pass
okay,
of the
hold on.
game.
We're getting off topic, man.
I know that.
We're getting off topic,
Thank
man.
you, RJ.
Okay, all right.
But
But
Demar did it.
But-
Demar
but-
did it.
But
I'm
hold on.
But
I want
You
to
can
say
go
this.
Demar
hey,
for that.
man,
But
man,
oh,
man.
You
don't,
know what? I'm
don't
gonna
get
say
me
this. I'm
started
gonna say
about
this
them fouls.
about y'all though.
Demar,
I'm gonna
but
say
Demar,
this
this is what I'm
about you,
saying.
Matt. Hey, Matt. I'm gonna say this about you and Wingstop. Y'all consistent with this no defense shit. It don't matter what skill you. Y'all just don't give a
Demar
fuck
is
about it.
Demar is not.
I'm being
Demar, I'm not
misquoted.
saying.
How we gonna stop
Demar,
the?
exactly.
So Matt and Wingstop, tell me this: when we
Yeah.
got nights where we can't, with the ball not going in the basket, how do we keep ourselves in the game if we don't defend?
Shoot
Demar,
the
I'm not-
ball in your basket.
I said if the ball not going in, some nights
That's
the
what
ball.
he just said.
some games
Uh,
are off
Hey,
nights.
look. If we're not scoring, I don't care what you do. You're not gonna win.
Let me
If
tell you
you're
something.
They
not
score,
scoring,
they win.
Let me tell you something.
Demar, I'm not saying don't play
come
any
on, man.
defense.
No,
What I'm
no,
saying,
no.
what I'm saying is, Mike and Gerald's not up here. But what I'm saying is, a lot of times y'all say be this lockdown defensive team, hold a team, hold a team under 100 something point, 108 points a game, 105 points a game. We don't have the roster for that. We don't. It's
Let me
much
say
simpler to just hold you hold a team, but in moments, critical moments. Travis,
Let-
I know he's not here no more. He used to say it all the time. You want to get timely defensive stops. You want to get gap stops, meaning you want to get 2 in a row, 3 in a row, 4 in a row, but you have to score on them possessions on the offensive
Hold
end
up.
to break the separation.
Go ahead, Juan. Go ahead, Juan.
Well, yeah, Juan. Go ahead. I want to hear what.
Bro.
I hear this.
Monday night is game number 60, and we have 22 more games to go. And the Atlanta Hawks are 29-28. Let's just leave that number right now. We're
It's
29
extremely disappointing.
Hold on, Matt.
I
Hold
won't
on.
say
We're
extremely.
29-28. We have been a mediocre team the last 2 years. We know this. Number 2, we are 14th offensively and 19th defensively. We are
So
again
average.
our numbers say we mid at best. We are a borderline mediocre team. Just like we've all been attested to. We are going to have nights where we look like a top 5 team. And we're going to have our nights where we look like a bottom 5 team. And you know what's the difference? Is that they flip-flop almost every single night. We go up, we go down. We go up, we go down. You see it all. We'll lose to teams like Houston, and we'll beat teams like Denver at home, missing Trae Young. That's
Juan,
Yeah.
I want to ask you.
Hold up. Let me build off of what Juan's saying in a second after he's done.
Hold on, man. All right. It's a problem for us because we're coming on here and we're trying to figure out what are we doing wrong. We cannot maintain consistency. I'm gonna say one thing that I've been noticing that the better teams have been doing a lot more than we have been doing outside of playing defense. All right, the better teams shoot at least 43 pointers a game. At least they're jacking up more threes and they're giving themselves a better opportunity to hit more of those threes because the NBA right now is a 3-point driven league, man. If you look at the Bucks, if you look at Boston, they shoot up almost 40 threes a game, and Boston is top 5, I think, in 3-point percentage. And the Bucks are also like top 10 as far as 3-point percentage. They shoot a lot of threes. But you also know they're very good at too. They're very good at rebounding, and they're very good at getting key stops as well. Also have go-to players that they can go and say, "Go get me a bucket." Name me a player on the team right now for the Hawks that you can say, "Go get me a bucket." You better not say Trae Young because Trae Young will shoot a fucking 40-foot 3-pointer before he sit there and try to go in and get you a timely basket. I will not give Trae the ball at the end of the game with 1 minute left, and I need a timely basket because I know more than likely he's going to shoot a 3-pointer. And he's not gonna get us a shot that we need. You can't put him on a block. You have nobody that you can put on the block or say, "Go get me a basket right now and win this game." True or false?
True.
I kind of disagree with that.
Hey, you go back.
I disagree with that. But Juan, I wanted to ask you and everybody else. So it's from the Athletic. I want to say it was from this weekend. I mean, around the trade deadline. But Murray said, and I put this in the Twitter thing, Demar. Murray said that he felt like a lot of the struggle this year is because they're still finding an identity. They don't have one. He said we don't have an identity. We're still trying to develop one.
At 60 games, man.
That's what I said too. I put it in all caps. That's what I said. But I want to ask y'all, where is that? Where do y'all think? Why is that? Why y'all think we don't have an identity?
That's coaching,
Why
man.
y'all think
We know
we're still
that.
trying
That's
to
I think
develop-
it's hard. I think it's hard for a team to get their identity when the Hawks have been through so much turmoil in a single season. And hear me out. Hold up. You know how unprecedented it is for a general manager to be let go in the middle of the season? Like that's gonna fuck any team up. Okay. Then you go into the trade deadline with no direction, with no person who knows what the fuck they're talking about. Okay. And you make two BS trades to save money, not to make the team better. And you know what? The other thing is with that, right? Is I was watching a pod about the Raptors, and Masai himself went on there and he says, listen, this is the bottom line, right? The worst place to be in the NBA is in the middle. If you are not good enough to be a championship contender, then your team better be shit enough to get a better draft pick at the end of the year. And if your team is good enough to do something, then you better be adding pieces to get it to the final, okay? The worst place is mediocrity, okay? And at the bottom line is, that is where we are today. And I think that is why we're struggling to find an identity. The main guy who's supposed to be given direction for this roster is gone in the middle of the year.
Hey,
Jordan, and I know and everyone here knows, okay, Matt is aiming for Nate's name to come up once, but I ain't gonna give it to him. I ain't gonna give him the praise here. I ain't gonna do it.
I did not
Hey,
Nate.
Jordan,
Ask y'all what Murray said. We're still still trying to develop an identity. I'm just asking y'all why do y'all think
Matt, to keep it real
I'm gonna
with
tell you why, man.
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Audrey.
it is coaching to a degree. It is coaching to a degree. It is.
It ain't coaching, man.
But
It
one
ain't
thing I
coaching.
will say, man, that's really pissed me off with the Hawks is, Jordan, you hit the nail on the head, man. If we're not competing for a championship, that's obvious. So that means we are in the middle of the road. That's the worst place to be as an NBA team, man.
Yeah, it is.
That is the worst place to be because, for one, we're not going to be picking high enough to get top tier talent.
We ain't
right?
gonna play him anyway.
And two, we're not trying to spend the money to get top tier talent. So we are literally in the worst position we can possibly be in right now.
Yeah.
And if you want to add insult to injury, we got a front office. I don't even think they know what their asshole is. If I'm gonna just be perfectly honest, they don't know what's going on. But I think y'all caught it last week when y'all said, man, they just woke up and said, hey man, the trade deadline is here. Let's go make something happen. You know,
yeah.
There's something going on in the front office, but Matt, I will give you credit for that, though, man. You are right about that. I think coaching does play a part of it to a certain degree about an identity.
But you know what? It doesn't matter if the players don't listen to you.
That's why I said to a certain degree.
Trae Young do what he want to do. This is my thing, man. It's like this. Like, how can I say this? Like when I go places, maybe because I was in the military and I had to go from groups, platoon to platoon to platoon, right? When I go from a location, a platoon to a platoon, from moving duty stations, like if it don't have an identity, I could be in a group. I can figure out who the leaders of this group I'm in, who the big dogs in this group, and then I get with them, and then I get with them and I let them know the direction I want this platoon to go in. What's going to be our identity, right? The thing with us, the identity is because Nate and Trae don't get along, and they just and they're polar opposites anyway. So with them not getting along, Nate can't use, and I say not getting along just off the reports, because I know somebody gonna be like, "Where's you don't know?" But since they don't agree on everything, it's hard for Nate to try to push a certain identity, a certain way he wants the team to be known for. It's like Memphis. Everybody knows what Memphis is known for. They gritty, they foul. It's them against everybody. In Atlanta, you come to Atlanta and it's just like, well, hell, I can start with the ownership. The ownership fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They fucked up. So nothing's stable. You know what I'm saying? Within this organization. And you want to hang your head on defense, but you know it's hard to hang your head on defense when we got the worst defenders in NBA basketball. You know what I'm saying? So what?
Demond, do you think we had one last year? Do you think we had an identity last year?
No. Unless it was Trey Young.
We didn't have one last year. You know what?
Or better yet, the conference finals here.
I'm gonna be 100%.
Trey Young.
The last time I think we really had an identity, like when people not with just fans like us who pretty much in tie with the team, but when other people knew was when the 60-win team.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Everybody knew that team was known for sharing the basketball, not having a star, strictly teamwork, team defense, team offense. And you can ask anybody, they'll tell you that, oh, that's when they had all those all-stars and stuff, right? Since then, I can't think about identity because we either rebuilding, in a rebuild, faking the funk for the playoff run. You know what I'm saying? Because what can you hang your hat on? Even when we went to the conference finals, you can't hang your hat on defense because we wasn't even a good defensive team then.
No,
but
wait a minute. Go ahead.
You know what? If I had to say something right now, the past 2 years, what I would say maybe if I just had to come up with something on top of my head, maybe our identity is we're a second half team. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean,
and we caught fire at the right time.
Now, Demond, let's go back to your analogy of you going from place to place being the CO.
Yeah, so that's that's how I was when I was going before I got married, man. From going from woman to woman.
Shout out to Demond.
Look, there are pieces of history that the rest of the world don't need to know nothing about, Demond. We ain't talking about that. But at any rate,
sometimes you gotta remind the youngsters that hey, I had a problem.
Yeah, remind the youngsters. At any rate, let's go back to that. Let's go back to that.
Like dad, you the dad of this panel. Hey, dad.
Let me see. None of y'all look like me. Okay. At any rate, let's go back to what you were saying.
Hey, why you know Wingstop anyway?
You had
Wingstop.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I typed, man. That's just what I typed. But let's go back to what you were saying. Do you know what you had, Demond? You had the power of the United States Army's command structure at your disposal because you were the captain. You were the one. You were the one that.
Captain.
I mean, captain as far as the
I got to correct it because
the leader.
You were the leader.
I got a non-com up here, so.
I man, look here. I was in Uncle Jam's army. I don't know nothing about all that. But at any rate, you had the full weight of the United States military structure in whatever rank that you held over those men. It's the same thing that Nate McMillan needs to have, or any other coach of this team has to have, in order to be able to put down his rules, make people follow his protocols, and have people do what it is that needs to be done. And see,
we don't have that.
That's the point. That's my point. Now, you fire Nate. Say you go ahead and fire Nate. Who do you bring in here? That's going to have that? As long as you have this situation, Trey Young and owner.
Everybody up here done already heard me say it. I done said it a million times.
Yes, man.
No coach with no type of pedigree gonna come in here and take a back seat and allow his player to have that type of access to the front office. That's bull. That's nonsense because he undermining your authority anytime he feel like it. So you can't get nothing accomplished. It won't happen. Now you can get a yes man. You can get a person who's this his first coaching gig, so he gonna say yeah anyway, and then he gonna learn a valuable lesson. But you're not gonna get no real coach. But let's be real. Let's be honest. Who the hell want to come here, man? Who want to come here?
I think we offer a compelling. I think we offer a compelling job for a number.
I don't know about no compelling job.
You're offering a black hole. You're offering a black hole.
I don't know if it's a compelling job, man.
Because we all know that Trey Young and Landry Fields and Nick gonna get in the room and they're gonna pick the next coach. So Trey, it would be
Wait, so
it would
would
be
you be
against
the
his
coach?
own interest.
Matt, would you be the coach and you knew you had no power with Trae Young?
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
Well,
You
I
would
think.
still
Well,
be
I won't say.
the coach.
Well, I won't say. I won't say that. I won't say he had no. Markeith would know firsthand that in Portland, Damian Lillard handpicked Chauncey Billups. I would say Chauncey Billups still has power.
Bro,
with the Clippers. Hold on. With the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George handpicked Ty Lue.
Bro,
he has power with the Clippers.
Hold on. I'm gonna redirect a little bit because we talk about we talk about what ifs right now, and I'm talking about February 11th, Saturday, February 11th, 11:51 Eastern time period. We're 29 and 28. Let's stay right in here.
Right.
Now. All right.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let's stay in here now. Right now. All right, bro. Who on here? Just be honest with yourself. Think we supposed to make this magical 20-game run, and we're supposed to come out in the middle of the pack. Right now, I'm looking at the standings. We are
Hell no.
Hold on, Jordan. Hold on. We are AC, and I be trying my best to try to stay even keel, bro, because some unrealistic Hawks fans kill me. We finna win 20 in a row. We're not winning 20 in a row. That's first and foremost. Number two, we got 4 games with the Wizards we ain't even played with yet. And now I'm not saying the Wizards are all beaters, but you can tell me you can sit here confidently and say we're gonna win all 4 games of those. We still gotta play Boston again. New Jersey, yeah, they got rid of Durant and Irving, but still in the top 8 right now. We got Cleveland again. I'm still worried about New York and Charlotte, bro. You know what I mean? And we don't play well on the road. We are horrible on the road. We're 13 and 17 on the road. All right. So in the here and now, right now, with the Hawks currently constructed, because like Damon said, we didn't make any kind of move to move the needle. We're basically the same team but shorter because we got rid of Frank Kaminsky and brought in a 6'10" center who's not going to get any playing time. And I was arguing with a person on Facebook talking about Bruno gonna come in here and change it. I was like, bro, Bruno ain't finna come over here and do nothing to get his ass for sitting on the bench. All right.
Hey, he said Bruno gonna come and change it.
Hey Juan, shame on you for arguing with that fool.
Hold on. We're the only fan base. I won't say only fan base. But we're one of those fan bases like we get somebody else trash and it's supposed to go, well, I like Garrison Matthews. He did have 21 on us. But Garrison Matthews is a career bench shooter, a bench player, bro. But he finna come to the Hawks and he finna make us better. Bruno finna come over here from his one game. We had 20 points one time this year, and he finna come in and be this all-world beater. Derek Favors couldn't even get on the starting line, getting on the floor in 10 days.
There you go. Couldn't even play.
Well, stop it. Like
money move.
29 and 28. We are going nowhere fast. People are happy to beat the Spurs. We beat the Spurs. Congratulations. We beat them. We turn around on Monday and we lose to Charlotte. Then we're gonna be right back in here beating that same drum again, talking about what
I did want to mention
one of the things that gives me hope is I believe I gotta look at the schedule again, but I believe we only have 10 road games left the rest of the season. The rest of
that's bad.
So that's still bad, man. Hold on. Okay.
No, I'm saying like I think we got like 17 or 18 home games left out of our schedule.
Hey, listen, man. According to Matt and John, man, we about to go outscore these other teams.
No hell.
I think.
Look,
how many games?
Let me tell you.
You don't think we're gonna outscore the other teams?
Let me say this right here.
Hold on. What you mean?
It's over. This season is over. As far as I'm concerned.
No, John.
Hold
up, we ain't stop.
This season over.
We can't outscore the other team the rest of the season. That what you saying?
But no team will go. Juan, how many games?
We can't shoot.
Juan.
We can't shoot consistently.
We got
23, bro. We got 23 games left.
Oh, how many games did you
No, this season over with.
How many do you think win? My prediction was we weren't gonna win 40 games. So we went 40. I'll say we win 11 more games.
Wait, damn. If we win 11 more games, we only at 40.
Yes, that's how bad we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
29.
So you think we're gonna go? You think we're gonna go?
One.
You think we're gonna go 11 and we're gonna go 11 and 13?
HIJKLMNOP. 11 and 29 is 41. Demand.
Bro,
Okay,
I gotta look at the schedule.
Right, bro,
I gotta look at the schedule. But
It's
I think
bad. It's
I
bad.
think
It's
we're gonna
bad.
win
It's
11 to 12 more games. I think we're gonna split it, man. I don't see any scenario unless we get hot. We didn't move the needle. In no way, shape, form, or fashion.
Okay.
I think we win 10 to 12 more games.
I can see that.
Okay.
I can see that being
Let me ask
realistic.
you, hold up. Can I just ask a question?
y'all thinking, y'all think, bro, do
I'm a
y'all
little
think we
bit
can get out of that
optimistic.
playing position? We
I
can't go.
got-
Man,
I
yo.
think 16-7. I think 16-7 for me.
16 to 7.
That's
You
a
sound
lot,
like
man.
see, Matt,
That's a lot.
Matt, you've been talking to Rashad. You sound like Rashad now with that bullshit.
No. Six. The reason I'm not optimistic about Nate, but what I'm optimistic because, like I said, out of the 23 games left, 17 are home games. So that's
Bro,
why
but we
or
not
16.
even
Matt, how many of them are playoff teams?
We
Hey,
barely
I want a
above
schedule.
500 at the house, bro.
Man, we
Y'all
don't
wanna-
have a
hey,
home field advantage here.
Y'all want to run down the rest
Thank
of
you,
the schedule? 'Cause
John.
I'm looking at it right now. Y'all want to run down the
Hey,
rest of
I'm
the
going
schedule?
off.
Yes, please.
We don't have no home
All right,
field advantage.
Hey, remaining schedule.
That little bunch of people in that section down there at the damn at State Farm ain't no damn home field advantage.
All right,
Them bunch
looking
of
at-
drunks in that damn
Hey,
section.
who we got?
Ain't no
Hey,
damn
run
looking at
that
the rest of the
schedule,
schedule.
Marquis. Run that
I'm looking
schedule.
I'm looking at the rest of the schedule for the Hawks, man. For the rest of the month, they got one road game. That's this next game coming up. They got 4 straight home games. They got the Knicks,
Win.
Cavs,
L,
No,
Nets,
we beating the
and
Knicks.
Wizards.
L,
After the Charlotte Hornets, then they got the Trailblazers finish up that home trip.
L,
Then we
L,
got the Heat
L.
twice
2 times.
We
on the
already beat
road.
the Heat.
We got the Wizards twice on the road. We got the
LL.
Celtics at home, Timberwolves and Warriors at home, Spurs on the road, Pistons at home,
That's a win. That's a clean
Timberwolves on the
Pistons.
road,
Pistons.
Pacers, Grizzlies, and Cavs at home, Nets on the road,
LWL.
Mavericks at home, Bulls on the road, Wizards at
L.
home, Sixers at home, and we finish the
L.
season
Well,
in
I'm telling
Boston.
Yeah,
That's
that's
gonna
what
be
I
a tough
agree.
schedule.
That's what
16
I
7 is a
stand by that.
stretch right now.
16-7. Thank you, Gerald.
That's a
Finally agree with
stretch,
something.
man. 16 to 7 is a stretch the way
16 to
this team
7.
been playing. I mean,
Bro,
16
man,
to 7.
you must be
No,
betting
no,
on.
no.
You
How
betting
the
on
hell?
man. You betting
How
on
the hell
Trey.
are y'all
You
this
betting on
confident when
Collins.
we've been losing to teams like the Rockets?
You
How
betting
the
on them to get
hell
hot.
are
That's
y'all
what you
saying
betting on.
16 and 7?
I'm bet Juan and Demont. I'm betting on the fact that I think at home we play faster. The tempo is better, and I think that's what I'm betting on. That we're better when we play faster. When we play more offensive led. We're a better team, and that's what I'm banking on.
Okay,
that
Matt,
we're going to play faster. We're going to get up more shots, which is going to.
Bro, we're not going 16 and 7.
Okay. I got a question from Matt. I got a question from Matt. Rest of the schedule. We got 7. Before I mention this, it goes to every sport. Division games always be wacky no matter what the record is. We got 7 division games left. 4 of them against one team. You said that we're going 16 and 7. How many of those 7 division games that we gonna win out of 7? Because we got the Wizards twice, we got the Heat twice, and then we got the Hornets.
I'm gonna say 5 and 2 out of that 7.
5 and 2.
And the 2 losses is probably gonna come against Miami. The 2 losses.
Hey, Matt, do you gamble a lot? Matt, do you gamble a lot?
I do, but not a. I won't say a lot. I won't care.
Man, don't tell me, dog.
I'm
You
telling
don't
you
do
this.
That's crazy.
Count on Bogut to be out a couple games because his knee. Count on Trey to have some undisclosed injury.
You can always count DeAndre Hunter to miss about 2 or 3 of those games.
With 2 chains or something, so he's gonna come back with a cold or something. Count on DeJounte, probably, he might sprain his pinky or something. Count on Capella to sprain another toenail. You know what I mean? But I'm not counting. Hell no, man. Why y'all drinking the Kool-Aid? 16 to 7. Y'all know me now.
16 to 7.
Yeah, I see
16 to 7. Because one, I think y'all are not counting on the fact.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Whatever it is, no. We're not counting on it. We're not counting on it. Now with Atlanta Hawks. Now with Atlanta, Matt.
I don't think.
Man, I can't go with you this time, man. I can't, man. Good grief.
I don't think y'all taking this into account with our revamp bench, right?
What the hell?
Hold it. Bench.
I know what the numbers say of late, but I'm telling y'all, our biggest problem this year has been our offense. Our offense is terrible, or it's mediocre, below mediocre, really. But this last stretch brought it up to mediocre. So, but I think with Bay added to the bench, I think he's a scorer. He's not super efficient, but he's a scorer.
Another non-defender.
You trust Nate to win 16 games? You trust Nate to win 16 games?
I'm not trusting Nate. I never brought him up. I'm trusting. I said we're going to play faster. We're going to play faster. We're going to get up more shots. I guarantee you this. I guarantee you this.
Now, Matt,
we
let me ask you this.
We score over all our home games left the rest of the season. We're going to score over 110 points. And our record is good.
Now, Matt, whose minutes? Now, Matt, whose minutes is Bay gonna take? And if he don't take Bogey's minutes, you can forget.
He gonna take Jalen Johnson minutes. That's obvious.
No, I don't think he'll take Jalen Johnson minutes. I actually think he's going. I don't think so. I think he's actually going to. I think they're going to play together. But as far as I think the lineup is going to be, and Landry kind of pointed at this in this press conference, Bogey,
that's a kiss.
Bogey, AJ,
Landry the Lion,
Bay, Jalen Johnson, and Onyeka. That five.
What? Okay, hold on. To me,
he just named off his 5 favorite players on the team.
Bro, who they gonna beat?
Demond, what I'm saying is offensively, you think about shooting, you think about the spacing.
Say that lineup again.
He said Bogey. He said Griffin.
Bogey at the point.
Johnson
Bogey
and
Bogey at the point.
Bogey
AJ at the 2.
AJ
at the 2.
Okay.
Bay at the 3. Jalen at the 4, and Okongwu at the 5. I think
I want to say something, but I don't even know why I'm gonna say it because I already know the answer. But I'm gonna say it. Who's going to defend?
Demond, why are you so focused on defense? We got to score, Demond. We have to score.
Go ahead,
score
Juan.
and not defend. I mean,
go ahead, Juan.
I gotta reel us back in. We're talking about possibilities. What ifs? And Sadiq Bay might not even be here in 24 hours.
I know. That's you got to wait till trade goes.
Bro, we are sad. We are sitting here talking about for another play-in. Do you realize that we are sitting here jumping for joy and just thinking, if we get in the play-in, we got a chance. We get scrubbed again in the first round. We're gonna be sitting right here tomorrow talking about, well, we would have won those games at the beginning of the season.
But Juan,
we already know that. Hey Juan, you know what make it worse? What make it worse is we traded 4 fucking picks just to be a playing team.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. We see it talking about Demond. We talking about
traded 4 picks just to be a playing
5 seconds. I'll be 5. It's just
we sitting here talking about, well, we're a better team at the All-Star break. If you gotta wait till the fucking All-Star break with 20 games left to say, oh, we're a better team, and you already below the poverty line, bro, you a bad team.
But I'm gonna tell you,
I agree. I agree with you, and y'all know where I lay a majority of the blame at. But I think the fact that Murray came out.
Look at Gerald. He's drinking the Kool-Aid. Stop.
We don't have an identity. To me, we don't have an identity. And y'all, I don't know anybody up here in general, but I mean specifically, but in general, y'all used to kill me when I used to back the first 20, 30 games of the year. I used to bang that home. We do not have an identity. We don't.
Oh, I remember.
We play random basketball. It's just some random shit that they just roll the ball out there and throw it to this guy over here, that guy over there, and this guy over here, and we might score. And then on defense,
we not beating Boston in Milwaukee in the first round. We're not beating them. Boston gonna beat the shit out of us. They have 2 legit wing scores and get them 30 whenever they want to. I'm sorry, bro.
I agree with you, Juan.
But Juan, we got Trae Young.
I agree. We can't beat the upper echelon teams, but that's why
we got Trae Young, man. Why we can't beat the other team? We got Trae.
Our best hope is to get to the 6th seed. We 3 games out.
Best hope.
You know what, y'all?
Wait. Are we 2 games?
Let me say something here.
Man, listen, Brunson, man, Jalen Brunson not better than Trae Young, man. If you don't get
no, that's for sure. Heck no.
I think we're 2 games. I think we're 2 games.
But no.
You know what, y'all? Let me jump in here for a second.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Go, Jordan.
Okay, sorry. Last night I was bored, right? And I figured, well, let me rewatch the podcast from Game 5 of last year's playoffs, okay? And I bring this up because it's fascinating. Listen to this shit, okay? We all lost the series, okay? And we came on here, and Matt and Analyst did not bring Nate's name up one time.
What?
And then I swear to God, and then you rewatch any one of the podcasts from the last 50 games of it don't 30 it don't matter. Any one of them games, it's brought up at least 5, 6, 7, 8 times. It's fucking hilarious.
Let me think. At the time, I'm trying to remember, when did Analysts?
It was
start
Game
hating
5.
Nate?
It was after we lost that series.
I didn't bring. I was so distraught. Jordan, I was so distraught after that playoff embarrassment. I was so distraught. I probably didn't bring name up. But at the end of the season,
he quit on us. Say that one time, Matt.
In your opinion, as the seasons progress,
Matt,
what's up?
Did Trae Young quit on us in that?
He damn sure did.
I know y'all say that a lot, but I know y'all say that a lot. But for me personally, I like Gerald says, I can't say that's an opinion. I can't really say that for a fact.
So what did he do for? Man, I think he was shooting like 18%.
Bro, he was horrible. He averaged 15 points that series.
But that don't mean he quit. That's because he played.
He gave the ball up at one point in the fourth quarter on the last game. It's like, here, you take it, Hunter. I'm done.
Did you see
But one,
He couldn't hurt to get the ball took from him about 3 times straight trying to inbound it.
Man. Answer this for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Game 5, man. What was Trae Young doing, bro?
He
on
was
the
making.
last play.
I think. Oh, you're talking about the last play.
He was making reservations on the private plane for his family.
Come on, if you want to say on the last, he gave up on the last play. I mean, I can't really disagree with that. But the whole series.
So okay, hold on. Here we go. So you don't disagree with that, right?
On the last play, the very last play. But y'all talk about he quit the whole series.
So he gave up on us on that last play, right?
Possibly.
No, yes or no?
I mean, yes, I think so.
Look,
he quit. Like I said, he quit.
But y'all talking about like he quit the whole series.
Man, listen. At the game, what we won? What was down 0-2? After game 4, bro, he was done, bro.
He was done, bro. He couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, he was done, bro.
So y'all saying y'all wanted him to divert the offense away from Hunter, who was the only reason we was in that game, to shoot it just to prove he there.
No, nobody's saying divert, but Trae was shooting some really bad shots, bro, and he was getting clamped. He didn't know how to move without the ball. That's what we talking about.
So how was that quitting though, Juan?
He gave the ball and just say, "Here, you take it, Hunter. I'm done." You don't remember that?
I'm confused. Did you want him to shoot it or not?
Matt, what I'm saying is his actions on the court. There was a couple times in that last game where he just passed the ball and wouldn't even go down the court, man, because he knew he was gonna get clamped up, and he just diverted the Hunter the whole time, man. I'm
not talking about that last play. The last play, I agree with you. I think in the game he saw that Hunter had it going, and he gave Hunter the ball. I think it would have been selfish for him to take the ball out of Hunter's hands the way Hunter was playing, to saying, "I'm gonna shoot this shit."
You mean like game 6 of the Bucks where he tried to take the ball out of Cam Reddish' hand? Oh, you remember that game?
We're talking about 2 different years.
I got a little.
You mean when he went 4 for 15 on a messed up ankle and kept shooting the ball with Cam Reddish with 6 or 5 or 7 for 3-point land? Just keep it a buck, bro. 101-96. Trae Young coming down.
We can't be conflating, mixing things in together. We gotta keep things separate.
I got a little contender land tea for us. A team that makes contending moves. Hornets just bought out Reggie Jackson. He's gonna sign with the Denver Nuggets. He's gonna sign with the Denver Nuggets. And
nobody wants to play with us, bro.
I don't even know why y'all looking at the
Period.
buy-in market. We
I'm saying that's
$1.2 million underneath the cap.
Either way,
Don't even look at the buy-in market. We ain't touching it.
Either way, that
guys, you know what's scary to me? You know what's scary to me? Okay, like apart from the big DeJounte Murray splash, right? That team, a couple years ago, it wasn't enough to win then. We learned that when we got into the trenches, right? How much has this team truly improved since then, man?
It has.
Like that's a problem, bro.
I've been telling people that, man. I don't know why people just like. I told y'all
improved.
what I don't. I can't remember if I said it in Twitter or if I said it in New Pat City, man. I said, bro, we're not gonna do nothing that make us a winner.
Bro,
nothing.
Update. They said it's leaning towards Golden State going to approve the trade.
And that, man, listen, bro. It don't matter if they approve it or not. We the same crappy team with Sadiq Bey or without Sadiq Bey, bro. Ain't nothing gonna change.
Mike said he got $20 on a buyout play.
And now, same question I asked about.
Hey, Demond, what if you got 51 with us?
Same question.
If we get who to run with us?
The same question I asked about Bruno, I'm asking about Sadiq Bey. When is he gonna get in? When is he
we
going?
Don't know, John.
Monday.
John, we don't
Monday.
know.
As soon as it's Monday,
what if you get 50? Demond, what if you get 50?
Man, that man. Oh, okay.
What'd you say, Matt? Say that again.
What if you get 51 with his first game with us?
Who cares?
He ain't dropping 51.
Jumping on 51.
Listen,
Trae Young
I'm judging this shit. I'm judging this stuff on what we do for the season and the playoffs, bro. Okay, I'm judging. I don't care if he scored 50 points in the game. That's good. I hope we win. But guess what? If we go out in the play-in, if we go out in the first round, that's all I care about. I'm gonna be like, well,
guys, here's hold up. Let me say this though. Here's the issue with this whole expectation of Sadiq Bey being this big offensive weapon. Okay, he's a talented player.
I didn't say big, but
well, no. All I'm saying is you can't. You're like, what if he drops 51 without? He ain't ever gonna drop that because of this reason alone, bro. The Hawks have a big issue right now that the Toronto Raptors are kind of facing too. Okay, we got a lot of good players in our starting five. So we don't free up enough shots for the other players other than the main shot taker, bro. Trae Young takes all the shots, and if he doesn't take it, DeJounte gets a good amount of the looks too, right? The bottom line is Sadiq Bey at best is coming off the bench, most likely. And even if he does start, okay, how many looks do you really think he's gonna get? You guys got to think of that shit. He's not going to be dropping those kind of points, and he's a defensive liability, so you can't start him.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right here, bro. If I'm John Collins, I'm telling Sadiq Bey, hey, you ain't getting more shots than me, motherfucker. I'm already getting.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
He's not starting, and that's why Landry brought up the 5 that I brought up. That 5 unit.
So
Murray is not in that group. Neither is Trae. Neither one of them is in that group.
Bro.
Almighty finesse. You could argue that, but when Josh Hart stopped shooting 30% from 3, let me know.
Exactly.
I'm not even paying that no more.
Hey, man,
anyways,
Brunson was better than Trae. He has no argument at this point.
Who don't know basketball now? My goodness.
Jalen Brunson, really? I mean, this dude. I was watching this dude, like Tibbs. They had one game. I don't think Tibbs knew that I don't think Tibbs knew that people could hear him. He was so close to the mic. This dude was cussing Jalen Brunson. He missed 2 free throws.
Yeah.
He was like, "This sorry mother." He was like, "I can't stand this. Always missing free throws. Get a sorry in the gym." I was like, "God."
Hey, bro. Hey, analyst. I want to address what John said, man, because John already said it, man. And Demond been saying it too. We like us old time Hawk fans, man. Like we trying to tell you. I'm gonna give you an example. The LA Lakers, who just beat the Warriors, by the way, with no Steph Curry,
exactly,
are 26-31. They are 12th seed right now. They just traded half their team for 4 players, 2 second-round picks, and a first-round pick because they have championship aspirations. Championship aspirations, and they are at the bottom of the West Coast.
They still 13th in the standings.
They're the bottom of the West Coast. John already said this season is a waste. We are sitting here like elated because we might have a fucking play-in game and get out of the first round. elated. We're elated. And it was, oh, well, we tried. No, bro, we're not trying because we don't have the ownership and a team that's willing to go the lengths to try to win. You give up all that capital for DeJounte Murray, you better be thinking about a goddamn championship in the next year or two, man. You gave up a lot for a player that was a one-time All-Star, man. I saw a strong report, Jordan, that the Brooklyn was strongly considering sending Ben Simmons to Toronto for Pascal Siakam. And there was a lot of traction going on. We don't make moves like that. We are not willing to go over the cap. We are not willing to bring in the pieces to be a championship contending team, bro. We're not there yet. We're not going to be there for a couple years. I'm not content with a play-in. I'm not content with a 6 seed. I'm not content with that shit. I'm sorry, bro. Call me what you want to. I don't care, man. I want to win, man.
Hey. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I'm gonna tell you like
I just gotta hop off, boys.
Watch this.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh yeah, I did want to say something before I hop
check
off
it out,
too.
man. But he's my guy. Hey, check it out, man. It's like this, bro. It's like this, man. The Atlanta. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Y'all can tell me my theory is fucked up, but I'm gonna tell you. And I said it up here before. Travis Slink, he never believed in Trae Young as to be the lead dog to win the title. I've always said that. That's why he don't. Even when he was in charge, he never made no real move to say, "Oh, I need to get this guy a second star." He never believed in him. And now when that report came out saying he wanted to trade him, now that just validated everything I was believing. Check it out, right? Bruh, Mark Cuban believes in Luka Doncic.
Sure do.
Let me get my thought out. Now, hey, y'all. This his second time trying to get this dude another dude.
Yep.
He got him KP. That didn't work. Now he went straight out, and he didn't care that Kyrie was going to be a free agent or anything. He said, I know what I need to do to show my superstar that we committed to winning here.
Yep.
So he goes out, trade for Kyrie Irving with whatever baggage you want to say he got. Me personally, I don't think he got shit. But whatever you want to believe, he went and did it anyway. And they just won 2 in a row, Kyrie balling. And they just over here trying to get they in a buyout market for what's his damn? It popped up on my phone.
Terrence Ross.
Yeah, they're trying to get Ross to add to the team.
Yeah.
But then you come and look at us. They believe so much. I'm gonna tell you, the people who believe in Trae Young as to be the lead dog to lead us to a title is Landry and Nick
Tracy, AK finish.
Yeah, they the ones who went ahead. Listen, that DeJounte Murray move was Trae, Nick, and Landry. That's their move. Your boy Travis, the smart guy, said, bruh, that's too much. You're paying too much for this guy. Okay. I didn't know that at the time. I'm thinking Travis Slink co-sign. One thing I do know about Travis, even though I was on him, is he don't make no dumbass trades. So when we traded that, I'm like, oh, I know if Travis think it's good, then this is good. Come to find out, he didn't even want to do the shit. He said it was too much.
But hold on, but Demond,
and look, and Matt, look, we gave up all that stuff and in the worst position that we was last year.
You know the two guys he wanted, which was SGA and Donovan Mitchell.
I wanted SGA.
That's two guys he wanted.
Bro, there's nothing nobody could tell me. I don't want to hear the injury crap. I don't want to hear none of that. There's nothing nobody could tell me. We only 2 games. What are we? A game over? We're a game over, right?
Bro.
We only a game over 500.
I think it has a lot, and I'm just saying that, I know it's a dead horse, but it has a lot to do with Nate. But I want to address
why don't they fire him?
Mark Cuban. I want to
fire him.
That I can't answer. I don't know.
You saw Mark Cuban when Luka was tired of Rick Carlisle. What'd he do?
It wasn't in the middle of the season. It wasn't in the middle of the season. And
it don't matter, bro. So basically,
Rick Carlisle out in the middle of the year. He was cussing Rick Carlisle in the middle of the year. Go back and read
if you the coach, not bad. If you the GM, what you telling Trae Young right now? Hey man, don't worry, we just gonna play out the season. Like what? play out the season with this guy.
They're gonna play out the season. Demond, why would you? Now, I would like to fire Nate, but I understand why they're not, because the coaches that you really want, they're gonna be like, well, damn, y'all moving coaches in and out in the middle of the year, as opposed to
you're not gonna get anybody anyway. You're not getting anybody anyway.
I'll say this.
You're still getting rid of the coach, but you're doing it after a disappointing playoff performance.
What difference does it matter if you're firing Nate now or you're firing at the end of the season? You still
ain't going to no
playoffs. Order in the court. Nate, listen.
Because everybody to a man outside of Atlanta said last year the Hawks should have performed better in the playoffs. They'll say the same thing this year. That way you have a legitimate reason to fire Nate, and the next coach is going to say,
"What about the play?"
Matt. Let me. Well, I listen.
Oh, hold on. One last thing, analyst. I want to address the Dallas thing. Demond, it's a difference.
I was going to jump on that too.
It's a difference between believing in a guy and blindly going in doing something stupid. Dallas, to me, this is the second time in a row they've done something stupid, where they've given up significant future assets for a player who may work with the Stars or may not work with the Stars.
A future Hall of Famer.
I got you. But in a year from now, Kyrie on camp is saying, I got you, Demond. But Kyrie on camp is saying he going to LA next year. So if he's not going to
stop it, dog. No, bro. Don't try to feed that media bullshit right there, bro. He didn't say that. This campaign say nothing about. Listen, man. Listen. And I've always said this, and then I'll be quiet. Let you go, analyst. I've always said this. I'm at the point of being an Atlanta Hawks fan. I am at the point to where I'd rather risk it all and fail. At least you know what I could say. You know what? I can't even be mad we in the lottery for the next 5 years. We made a run. We tried to make moves. It didn't. It happened. We don't even make an attempt. Somebody name me the last time we made a move to where you was like, oh, we trying to make a run for the title.
None.
We don't do it. They got us conditioned like Juan said. We are conditioned as fans to get excited. To be a playing team, to be an AC, we get excited for Sadiq Bey. We got Sadiq Bey.
Exactly.
So I just want to set a couple things straight.
I mean, but what's the alternative then? What's the realistic alternative though? I mean, I hear all of that, and I understand it.
You let the general manager do his job because we was on a nice rebuilding path.
Yes.
Right?
No, but you're talking about us fans. You talking about us fans, though.
We gotta demand more. We gotta let them know, man. Fuck this playing bullshit.
And
but how you demand it? How you demand it? Because Demond, you sitting there in the jersey. You sitting there in the jersey.
I'm gonna go to Laker
just bought DJ.
You know what they be doing? Them Laker fans, they be booing them motherfuckers. Boo! When they put on sorry ass. You know, them Philly fans. When the Sixers come out there and get their ass whipped, boo! You know what Atlanta be doing? Atlanta be like this. I'm swagging. I'm surfing. And surf off the play.
I heard someone threw some trash at the beat when he was walking off the floor after a bad performance.
And getting haircuts and getting haircuts in the arena, getting haircuts and shit while we getting our ass whipped by 25.
Why y'all put a barbershop in the place?
Y'all just want to complain, man. Y'all just want to complain.
A damn barbershop in an arena in the first place?
Man, but what I'm saying though, man, nobody thought they were gonna win a championship coming into the season, man.
So
I thought we was gonna win 50 games at least, bro. I don't even have hope. I thought they was going to at least give me some hope. Like,
no.
You know what?
I understood what you mad about, Demond. Demond, come on, bro.
Right now,
I'm just trying to get an understanding.
We could be the playing team right now. I think it'll be a struggle. We get
well, that's what I'm saying. You just okay. Well, what I'm just saying is breathe, bro. Because number one, you didn't believe that we was gonna win a championship. So for me, it's like, okay, if you ain't feel like we was gonna win a championship, that means that you should be somewhat like not as upset that you are.
No, I'm
Or
hella
if you
upset
didn't
because you
believe
know
we was
why?
gonna win a
Because
championship,
but
then
I'm gonna
you've
tell
been
you.
wasting your time from jump. Then if that's
Nope,
the
nope,
goal,
nope, nope,
but
nope.
but
I'm
but
gonna tell
still
you
though,
like this. I'm gonna tell
even
you
if
like this.
even if you thought that we'll win 50 games, if we won 50 games, where do you think we'll be at
Listen to what
in
I'm
the playoffs?
saying.
All I'm
Listen to
saying,
what I'm saying.
all I'm
Listen to
saying,
what I'm
bro,
saying.
all I'm saying.
I'm saying this is what I'm saying.
No, I
I'm
hear what you're
saying
saying. I hear
when I
what you're
went
saying. I've been
winning, when you
listening to
win
you.
50 games,
Been
when
listening
you
to you
win
for
50 games,
an
right?
hour and a half.
When you look at our lineup, we don't have our lineup don't say, "Oh, we going to the NBA championship." Our lineup don't say that. Everybody know that. I'm not gonna sit up here and be a silly fan. Be like, "Yeah, we're going." No, the lineup don't say that. But you know what? What it can say, if we win in 50 games, we win in 52, 53, 54, 5 games, you know what? We might be able to make some shit shake when we get in the playoffs. We got some stuff going our way going into the playoffs. So it gives you some type of hope. Just like every other team got hope. Them teams be thinking they going to championship and get their ass put out in the first round. But this whole thing, the whole thing, man. Right now, this organization,
that's what I'm trying to
no
get you
hope,
to hear,
man.
man. I mean, DeMont,
We have no
you hear what
hope.
you saying, though?
We have no
You hear
hope.
what you're saying, though? But that's the thing, though. If you're talking about hope, we do have hope if you sit there and breathe for a moment. No hope is being like 10 games out of the play-in. Bro, we literally reasonably can get the 6th seed. Just because y'all are emotionally down right now, and I get it, doesn't
Mike,
mean
you know
that we
what,
don't
Mike?
have hope.
We could have done
Bro,
this
no, what
without
I'm
trading
saying,
for
man,
DeJounte Murray. Now we don't even have no offense to get better.
Come on, bro. Listen to me, bro. I'm trying to bring some reason for a second. At the beginning of our season and now, our realistic ending is still within reach and our, in a sense, control and can happen. Because we all can agree we were not going to win a championship. So if that's the thing, then all of us are settling or at least getting excited or watching them for something less. So if we thought that maybe just being competitive in the playoffs out of the first round and then just go from there, that's still there for us. That's still a possibility. I'm just saying, like, if
The
you look at this
possibility is getting slimmer
stupid,
and
crazy
slimmer.
balanced stat that we
We
got,
might
and
not
everybody keep
even make
calling
the playoffs.
mediocre. And one said earlier that one night we can look like we the best 5, and one night we look like the worst 5. All I'm saying is that this bipolar team, until we're completely out of it as fans, you know what I'm saying? Just believe that they're gonna lean towards the night of best 5 more often than not going down the stretch, because hope is off of the last 2 years. They did better in a sense in the last stretch of games. They have the last 2 seasons. So you have that going for you. You think you do at least. Another thing too is like a realistic thing is, I said it already in the chat. Trey started the season, as we already know, shooting horribly. You see how the offensive came up, right? We just got to get the defense back to where, in a sense, where it was when the offense was sucking. Trey is more often than not doing some stuff as far as leading like he did tonight. You know what I'm saying? You give credit for him moving the ball, passing the ball, finding, even though whoever it was. Some people want to, ish on the Spurs or whatever, but number one, they're an NBA team. Number 2, we still won by 19. Number 3, they are coached by the best coach in basically, the world or whatever. So, I mean, they said it at the end of the game, and I know some of y'all hate it like Matt or whatever, but the truth is that when you play the game the correct way, connected as a team, you're going to give yourself a chance. Not like they had a chance to actually win it because we did what we were supposed to do. What I'm saying is that, bro, it's like we ain't got to be so doom and gloom. You know what I'm saying? I feel y'all though, because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? But like, I see some positives though. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I can see it as some things or whatever. And again, I ain't saying we're gonna win a championship, but y'all know I've been saying for the longest, even when I was rough on them. I was saying at best our roster is a 6 seed. You know what I'm saying? I still believe that they can do that. They can pull that out, and then they can make some shake in the playoff. And that's what we basically got going for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Shout out, hey, let me say this real quick, and I go to you, Juan. And shout out to the homeboy Kim,
man.
Hey,
what's up, man? Drinking everything in your hand.
You knew?
You been smoking and drinking.
Bro, I was on here yesterday. I mean, the other day.
Oh shit, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. My bad.
I can can hop in and say something real quick.
My bad. Hold on. I'm gonna come back to you, Kim. Juan
Alright,
been waiting for a minute. Go ahead, Juan. Then we'll go to you. I mean, then Juan, go analyst, and Kim.
Mike, I agree with everything you said, bro. And you're absolutely right. You know, the 2020 season had us at our hard mark. We're 2 games away from the NBA Finals, given what happened within the Eastern Conference that year. All right, 2021. Sorry. What we're saying, and I think Damon and also John as well, and you too, Mike, because I don't know how long you've been a Hawks fan, but I know you've been at least since 2000. Bro, we just tired as 20-year plus Hawks fan of just seeing our team never be in a position to where we can say, hey, man, we going for a championship. Like, we don't constantly make the moves to put ourselves in a position to where we're like, hey, we're going to contend for championship. We notoriously draft bad. We notoriously have front office issues. We're more relegated towards a fan experience than a championship banner. You know what I mean? And until we get out of that mindset and we start to shift our direction toward a championship banner, and then what the fan experience is, we are continuously going to be mediocre at best. Just like we were saying, Damon and myself were saying, the Los Angeles Lakers are 26-31. They traded half their team because LeBron James is there, Anthony Davis, who can't even stay on the court. And by the way, we lost 2 games to them with no Anthony Davis. They are 26-31, much worse than we are. And they are making necessary moves by trading who and whoever to get themselves in position to be a contending team. I'm not saying blow up our team, Mike. I'm not saying that. But there are offers on the table 2 to 3 years with John Collins, and we just didn't see fit to where we thought we could make these moves and make us better. We gave it all.
Hey, you preaching to the choir. I've been there with you trying to trade folks. I feel you. I mean, hey, I agree.
Yeah, we risked it all and gave all of our draft assets, or most of them, for DeJounte Murray. Like, if you making a move like that, what are you doing? Are you putting it to say we're going to build off this, or we're just going to bring something in because of what happened as a Band-Aid to what happened to Trae Young in the Miami series? Like, that's where we confuse their fans right there. You know what I mean? Because you bring it to DeJounte Murray and you know what you're going against in the NBA. You know you need one more top-tier level player to get you to where you need to be. And that's the argument that a lot of us are having. Like, why are we not searching for that next tier top player? If we got to give up a Hunter, if we got to give up a Double O or the JC to get a Siakam or whoever it be, do it, man. Do it so we can put ourselves in position to at least change the mindset that we're not a championship team or going for championship to, hey, we trying to go for something this year and beyond. That's all I'm saying.
So,
all
just
right.
a couple
Yeah, but say let the other 2 go.
No.
Go ahead, analyst.
Go ahead, Alan. We got 2 more.
Just to I want to address what Matt was saying just real quick. Number one, I don't agree with us using the method to waste years to prove that Nate is not a good coach. I think his track record speaks for itself. He's been an average coach all his career, and he should have been gone at the beginning of the year when we lost in Philadelphia on a back-to-back. Number one. Number two, listen, I have not been a fan as long, but I still understand, because although what you said about expectation is extremely 188% valid, it's the fans not being pleased with that expectation. Looking at the roster and saying we're a 6th seed. Why should fans accept that? You know, just a little fact. Adam Silver doesn't put the play-in game in the playoffs last season. Playoffs. Yep. We missed the playoffs. We were a 9 seed. Okay. Now, also, another thing. Now, y'all know me. I'm very huge on draft assets. You don't trade 3 draft assets in a pick swap for a Band-Aid. Okay.
Yep.
When you do something like that, your clock has started. I've said it multiple times. Your clock has started to compete for a title. Okay. So whether you did that too early with not getting the right piece to fit, if you were trying to still develop, or you didn't get the right piece, period. Listen, I like Murray. Is he worth what we gave up for him? No. But listen, You should have let the real general manager with experience go out there and get the guy he wanted in a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and a Donovan Mitchell, someone that can really fill the gap. There's been too many times where if Trey doesn't have it, then it turns into the DeJounte Murray show. Okay, now as far as the roster goes, listen, if you're talking about competing with a Milwaukee Bucks team, you are going to need to the Bucks is more than their roster, and the roster is great, but it's more than their roster. It's their identity, it's their chemistry, it's their system. I mean, they have everything down packed to win a championship. Same thing with the Boston Celtics. They are a dynamic elite team. I watched them last night. Dynamic elite team. Okay, if we're gonna sit here and say that we're going to compete with those teams, I'm sorry. You know, I like the players, but we're not. Okay, so I think that I don't think we're too far, but I do think that there has to be moves made that are heading in that are trending in a contending way. Now, I want to touch real quick on the Dallas thing. By the way, I just want to go ahead and start with this because I think I should start with this. Mark Cuban is a way better owner than Tony Ressler could ever dream of. Okay? Yep. He's way more aggressive. Now, with that being said, I've talked to a lot of Mavs fans. I have heard some Mavs fans believe that the Kyrie Irving move was behind the power curve. You know, they were wanting a second guy with Luka for a long time. They were like, this dude, if they were like at one point, if this dude didn't score 30, they lost the game. You know, they were like, this dude is averaging 30 double team. You know, if he just gets one guy, it's like it took him forever, but they got their guy. Now, listen, I think when you look at, for instance, what Denver did, being able to attract, first of all, no one wants to come to us because we're not an attractive destination winning wise. Atlanta's a great city. And, you know, I don't too much care for the city, but Atlanta's a great city. Okay. And players will love to come here. But what are they coming here for? They're coming here.
Hot wings and strip club.
Thank you. You know, the winning is not the first thing you think of when you're in free agency meetings. So listen, I'll say that. Huh?
No, it's over with.
Listen.
Hey, analyst, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question right here.
Yeah.
Now,
I appreciate that though, Mike.
From what I heard, analyst, the Lakers presented a better trade package to Brooklyn than Dallas did, and that they traded Kyrie Irving to Dallas out of spite.
Yep, they sure did.
Yeah, that's true.
What? But the point is this, though, John. The point is this: they had an offer out there on the table.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Okay, I no denying that part.
What's up, Kim? But what's up, Kim? Hey, you see the game today, Kim?
Nah, I didn't really see it.
I mean, so you didn't watch the game. What you gonna say, dog?
Go ahead. I heard y'all talking about you know, things like we're not gonna be this and that, or you know. But I believe, you know what I'm saying, like, and I like to compare the Hawks to a lot of movies and whatnot. Like, y'all ever seen? I know analysts seen it. His young ass, but a Kung Fu Panda, man. When at the end of the movie,
I'm curious to hear this.
At the end of the movie,
what kind of panda was that?
Kung Fu Panda.
Look at y'all.
Disclaimer:
you might take your grandkids to see it.
I've never seen it.
But basically,
I'm interested to see how he gonna weave this.
Go ahead, bro. It's gonna be sensational. You know what I'm saying? But so Poe,
I'm riveted.
The panda, his name was Poe, right? He was all right. You know, he really wasn't a good kung fu fighter, but at the end, he fought a dude. He was real. You know, he probably was training for like years and what. He was way better than him. I look at the Hawks, and at the end, he beat the guy, but off pure like clumsiness, right? I think that the Hawks, if we get in the playoffs, we could catch a few teams slipping. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably like a Cleveland. I was talking to analysts and Matt and Mike about this the other day. Like, I feel like we can catch Cleveland slipping, definitely New York. I know what I'm saying, but
New York, I agree. Cleveland, I still disagree.
Agree.
I think we could beat Cleveland in a 7-game series.
Yeah, because we have the best player, and usually who has the best player wins. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So,
Not when you have a coach on the sideline when we lost to him multiple
we can
times.
analysts.
Donovan
Stop it with
Mitchell
the
might have something
coach.
to say about that being the best player.
Trae Young's better than Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Trae Young.
Yeah, but Donovan Mitchell's better than everyone else on our team.
That's true.
True. But he's
Yeah,
not
but
that much better.
And
The
guess
best-
what, Matt? And guess what,
But
Matt?
we do have the
And guess
best
what,
player
Matt?
at 2K
Matt,
points. You've got the best player in the series.
They have a way. Listen, that doesn't matter because they
We
have a
got
way better
something for
coaching
that
staff.
though. Hey, real
They have a
talk
way-
though. As a coach, and as a player though, analyst or whatever, how much time we match up against Cleveland or whatever. DJ, that's what you came here for, bro. Like seriously, dog. Like as a teammate, I'm like in DJ grill. I'm like, hey, dog, hold him to his average or lower. You know what I'm saying? That's what you
That ain't
here
gonna
for.
happen.
Don't even worry about too much anything else. Like we got you on scoring. I mean, you can say it ain't gonna happen, whatever. I'm just bringing you out here how the game gotta be, bro. Like each game is like the one and only game. DJ don't necessarily have to think about too much scoring or whatever because we can score. As long as we move the ball, he do his thing, take care of it. That's the type of mentality that he has to have at that time. And I think
I'm gonna start calling you Positive Mike.
I'm saying from listening to him, man. Well, I'm just saying from listening to DJ or whatever, I think that he got like that type of personality to be like, okay, because also too, he can see that like, okay, I don't necessarily have to be wholly dependent upon to score for us to necessarily win, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like DJ not gonna score at all. I'm just saying that he ain't got to be out there trying to go get 30. You feel me?
All I know is that
he finished games with 15 points.
Hey Juan, hey, this is Mike
Matt,
right
is
now.
that-
This Mike right now. This the cup. This the Kool-Aid. Here go Mike pouring that Kool-Aid.
Hey, all I know.
Nah, bro.
Hey,
Hey, I'm gonna say this too.
All I know, Matt.
Hey,
All I
real
know,
quick.
Matt, is that.
Hey, man, you know I got some catching up to do.
Hey, Matt. All I know is that we're going into a playoff series against a coach that makes no adjustments in a series.
Thank you.
Listen. If you can't, we're gonna be playing this team. Not one time, not two times, not three times.
And that's the beauty in the analyst.
No, I agree. I agree.
That's the beauty in it.
That's the beauty in
it. Nate's a bad playoff coach. I agree with that. I still take our roster against their roster.
Matt, let me say something.
The roster
I got you.
Yeah, about this. Nate has beat. He's defeated. He beat Tibbs. Go ahead.
Oh gosh.
I know you say I kind of forgot what I was gonna say.
Kim ain't even watched the damn game.
I said
Nate beat Tibbs on somebody.
But y'all about to get me on to something else. But I was gonna say something real quick though. The Hawks. I know we want to like make moves to try and get big names. What I say real quick though is Juan and Damon to kind of open y'all eyes a little bit and like maybe give that hope a bit if y'all want to hear it. Is that the Hawks? We already know that we're not gonna necessarily sign the big free agent, like I was touching on. They not lining up to come here. We got to win a ring first to get them to line up to come here. Like I already compared them to like the Georgia Bulldogs. Once Atlanta Hawks win the championship, oh, it's a wrap. Like we gonna be getting star players left and right. It ain't gonna be no problem, y'all. I'm telling y'all. It just we got to get that thing. But until that time, what we got to do, and then as fans, listen, man, listen though, bro. As a fan, real quick, you got to be open. You got to be open to the possibility of a certain player becoming something that he's not already. Again, though, Joe Johnson was not a 7-time All-Star till he came to Atlanta, bro. Damon, what I'm saying, Joe, we can possibly get a Joe Johnson type as another star. And that he's not, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't been where he got here. We did the same thing like a Paul Millsap. If you can add that along with what you got, bro, you got something. You just not always. I don't think we're going to know it before we get it, though. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, God, listen to me.
One minute.
You're going to have your feelings hurt when we getting our ass whooped. That's all I'm going to say.
1 minute.
Mike got y'all about
we can catch a few chance.
Salute to everybody on the panel, man.
I'm just
salute to everybody in the chat. Y'all know, hey, we be still talking after the show and shit.
Oh, I got plenty of talk.
If y'all want to tap in, y'all tap in. I'll drop the link. Y'all don't got to come on camera. Y'all can just come backstage and just listen. I'm finna hit this garage real quick. Then I'm finna come back and talk shit.
Now you need to stay for the post game.
I am. I'm finna hit the garage and I'm gonna come back and talk my shit. The positive mic. But let me get up out of here.
Positive Kim too, because
y'all stay up, man. Peace.